Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Haugen. A Winona mom was remembered by loved ones today at a memorial service in Winona. 27-year-old Madeline Kingsbury went missing in March after dropping off her kids at daycare. Investigators found her remains earlier this month. Adam Fravel, the father of Madeline's children, was arrested hours later. Now today, the community honored her memory. Kingsbury's memorial service was held at Winona State University this afternoon, and it was open to the public. Madeline was honored with music and speeches by loved ones. Madeline's loved ones spoke at the ceremony today, too, honoring the woman she was and the life she lived.
I would argue she's one of, if not the kindest and most well-intentioned persons that I had ever had the privilege of knowing. No one else comes to mind that would exceed her in this respect. She deserved the world and so much more.
Madeline's siblings shared stories about her, and her sister Megan read a passage from Madeline's journal where she listed all the things she was grateful for. Among many things, she listed the beauty of nature, her friends, and family. Megan reflected on the hurt she and Maddie's loved ones are feeling, but she also pointed to hope.
Maddie saw beauty in all of us and wouldn't want us to remain broken. The path to healing will be long and twisted. The destination seemingly out of reach. Each step is arduous. I encourage everyone to take comfort in the fact that Madeline is no longer alone and she's no longer suffering.
Megan says Maddie cared deeply for others in every way, including her young children. She says she and her loved ones will forever remain loud for Madeline.
Yeah, we still got showers and thunderstorms rotating around the low that's been really to the east. And we've actually had some pretty decent thunderstorms in some of the areas, especially northeast of La Crosse, northeast of Eau Claire, with actually a funnel cloud up there. Some of these are really cold air funnels, so they don't pose a risk to actually touch down, but there's something interesting to watch. Overall, we got another line coming through La Crosse right now. Nothing severe, just going to be a brief heavy downpour, and a lot of activity just off to the east of Eau Claire. Once again, they've had a little bit of a stronger thunderstorms there, but overall it's been fairly good. The low pressure system, you can see bigger wise, a lot of severe weather towards Indiana and over to the Ohio area, but that is beginning to decrease. We'll see more decreasing of the activity going out. Current conditions right there look like that, 75 degrees, much more comfortable than we've had recently. Same thing in Eau Claire too, 72, 65 dew point. Once again, much more comfortable, and they've had that rain as you can see on the picture there. Overall evening as we go out, we're going to see decreasing trends with precipitation. Still a chance for a shower, but otherwise cloudy conditions. We'll get back down to the 60s, breezy conditions too, and otherwise as we go further on into the broadcast, we're going to see, we'll explain how much more rain we'll actually get towards the end of this week, along with there's no 90s. For this whole week.
Wow, that's shocking after last week. All right, thanks, Greg. Well, yesterday marked the one-year anniversary of the U.S. Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Since the ruling, 14 states have banned or severely restricted abortion, mostly in the South. Opponents and supporters of abortion rights are rallying across the country this weekend as President Joe Biden calls on Congress to restore the right to abortion nationwide. Shelley Malachi has more.
Defend abortion rights!
Activists protest after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade 1 year ago, striking down the constitutional right to an abortion across the nation. Opponents of abortion celebrated the move, and more than a dozen states, mainly in the South, have banned or severely restricted the procedure since the ruling.
Freedom!
Rallies happening across the nation today. The issue galvanized voters during the 2022 midterms. Democrats plan to make abortion rights a central campaign issue in the 2024 presidential election. On Saturday, Vice President Kamala Harris stopped in Charlotte, North Carolina to mark the anniversary with a powerful speech.
The women of our nation have suffered under the consequences of these laws, laws that in design and effect have created chaos, confusion, and fear.
She and President Joe Biden met with key reproductive rights groups on Friday. The president signed an executive order and called on Congress to codify Roe v. Wade.
Court got Roe right 50 years ago, and I believe Congress should restore the protections of Roe v. Wade once and for all.
Around the country.
On Saturday, Republican presidential candidate Mike Pence joined opponents of abortion to celebrate the anniversary of the court's decision at the Lincoln Memorial.
We've not come to the end of this cause. We've come to the end of the beginning. And the work for life goes on.
I'm Shelley Malashi reporting.
Well, President Joe Biden's executive order directs the secretaries of the Treasury, Labor, and Health and Human Services to consider guidance guaranteeing that private health insurance under the Affordable Care Act covers all FDA-approved methods of contraception. Well, heads up, if you're flying soon, you could be facing some delays. That's because airlines have until July 1st to update equipment. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says the updates are to avoid potential interference from 5G wireless signals. Aircrafts that haven't gone through those necessary equipment changes won't be cleared to land in certain weather conditions, but visibility is low starting July 1st. That's when U.S. wireless companies plan to boost their 5G service to higher power levels. Well, it's a landmark that's years in the making. The International African American Museum opens up Tuesday in Charleston, South Carolina, at one of the country's most historically significant slave trading ports. The museum overlooks the sacred site of Gadsden's Wharf. That's where an estimated 45% of enslaved Africans entered America. The museum has exhibits and artifacts exploring how African Americans' labor and resistance shaped the nation and the world.
The International African American Museum is an encyclopedic museum of African American history that traces our journey from origin stories on the continent of Africa all the way up to modern times.
So that museum is 23 years in the making, and it was originally set to open in 2020. Well, coming up on News 8, 2 Wisconsin fire chiefs are celebrating a special retirement. What made their years in service historic, coming up later. But first, we look to Russia after an attempted uprising by Vladimir Putin's mercenaries. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us.
If your kitchen is in need of a facelift, call the cabinet refacing experts at Mad City Kitchens. We are Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. We install in as little as 2 days. Plus, Mad City offers a price lock guarantee. With your free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. And now's a great time to call during big deal days. Save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. And a bonus, the first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of a cabinet refacing project used for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-257-6651. That's 715-257-6651.
At Batteries Plus, we bring power to your life. From the first cast to the last catch, Batteries Plus has what it takes to power your passion.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Now, get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Tensions remain high in Russia following an attempted uprising by the Vladimir Putin's own mercenaries. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavides reports.
In the city of Rostov-on-Don in the south of Russia, locals cheered Wagner mercenaries after that attempted uprising, which challenged Vladimir Putin's army leaders. The paramilitary group was ordered back to their base camps in Ukraine after Belarus worked out a truce between Putin and Wagner's leader, Yevgeny Prigozhin.
The rising storm of Prigozhin inside of Russia is something that many people have seen over months now. Direct challenges to the leadership, to the military leadership. Now, questioning the very premises of the war.
Prigozhin's mercenary group has fought fiercely for Russia in Ukraine, but a rift has been growing. Anger over a lack of supplies and claims that a Russian airstrike targeted a Wagner camp. Prigozhin says his private military was just 100 miles outside of Moscow when a deal was worked out with no bloodshed.
16 months ago, Russian forces were on the doorstep of Kyiv in Ukraine, thinking they'd take the city in a matter of days, thinking they would erase Ukraine from the map as an independent country. Now, over this weekend, they've had to defend Moscow, Russia's capital, against mercenaries of Putin's own making.
On state TV, Putin said Prigozhin was a traitor and vowed punishment, but the deal worked out will keep Prigozhin in exile in Belarus, with criminal charges in Russia dropped. The entire ordeal has put the strength of Putin's power into question. Cristian Benavides, CBS News.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the incident showed Putin's weakness. He said, quote, "The world saw that the bosses of Russia do not control anything," unquote. Coming up on News 8, a historic retirement for two Milwaukee assistant fire chiefs. What makes this husband and wife duo special? Coming up after the break.
And we definitely have no 90s in the forecast this week. More seasonal conditions, even more rain chances coming towards the second half of the work week. I'll break all that down and what to expect for your Monday morning after the break on Next Weather.
It's time for the Quick Trip Fireworks Spectacular, July 1st at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Features late models, sportsmen, hornets, six-shooters, the famous Outhouse Novelty Race, and fireworks. Gates open at 5:30 with the first race at 7 this Saturday at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway.
We wanted something that was easy to clean and also look good.
All this brand new cabinetry and having it so nice and fresh is fabulous.
From contemporary to classic designs, Mad City Kitchens offers exciting cabinet refacing product lines featuring styles and colors for every home. Plus, added conveniences with soft close doors and drawers, Lazy Susans, and a new kitchen sink. We install in as little as 2 days and ask about our price lock guarantee. Plus now, during big deal days, save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. Plus, the first 50 homeowners who call will receive a vacation voucher with a cabinet refacing purchase. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call 715-257-6651. That's 715-257-6651.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Orchid 0.9% APR plus over 1,200 trade assistance and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you
all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's time for the Quick Trip Fireworks Spectacular, July 1st at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Features late models, sportsmen, hornets, six-shooters, the famous Outhouse Novelty Race, and fireworks. Gates open at 5:30 with the first race at 7 this Saturday at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Milwaukee Fire Department honored a historic pair of assistant fire chiefs on Friday. They're retiring after decades of service. Their retirement and service to the community is a special kind of historic. Here's more from Milwaukee.
This couple is truly historic. Sharon Purifoy Smoots is the first black woman in the entire state of Wisconsin to rise to the rank of assistant chief. And together, this couple is the highest ranking married couple in U.S. fire history. On Friday, they were honored for their contributions.
I've learned a lot. I'm going to take a lot with me. Thank you for all of the support.
Everything you do in your life is really meant to help other people.
More than 100 firefighters, family members, and friends celebrated a pair of assistant fire chiefs who blazed trails and created change. there were a lot of laughs.
See, y'all arrest me to this day. Yeah, but I'm in charge.
And a lot of gifts. Proclamations.
We are fortunate that they graced our city with their expertise, their knowledge, and their compassion.
And honors.
You do deserve every bit of accolade, and you deserve the crowd of people that have assembled here today.
Dr. Dwayne Smoots joined MFD in 1987. Sharon Purifoy Smoots joined in 2003. Chief Aaron Lipsky said they both overcame racial and gender bias to rise to the highest levels of the department.
I've watched them do this with poise and with grace.
Replacing them will be difficult as the department continues to strive for more diversity. Right now, MFD's remaining assistant chief is black, but Lipsky said there are few female captains and no women in leadership roles at the battalion chief level or above.
But we don't have anywhere near a fully representative fire department. We're just not there yet.
Pretty cool. Well, switching gears a little bit. On my drive back from Minneapolis this morning, I got poured on.
Yeah, well,
it's
you
very
had more
surprising.
showers and thunderstorms. Yeah, I was looking at that yesterday, and the concert was inside, wasn't it, or outside?
Yes, it was inside.
Well, then you're
Thank
fine.
goodness.
But I was watching that yesterday, too. We do have showers and thunderstorms that we've had off and on today, too. Even some stronger ones up to the northeast of Eau Claire, too, as I mentioned earlier. But otherwise, we're going to see those kind of taper off this evening, and then a few more tomorrow, but the coverage will be far less, and I think most areas will be dry as we go into the Monday. It'll just be much cooler as we go through overall tonight and then to tomorrow. No 90s to be expected. The rest of the week, like I said, near average temperatures, which should be about low to mid 80s for most of the areas, and then rain chances come back in as we go from Thursday to Saturday, too. Something that we'll keep in mind of, too. But overnight tonight, we're going to get down once the showers and thunderstorms decrease, probably towards midnight or so. We'll get back down to the low 60s, even some upper 50s like 56 in Sparta, but overall should be a pleasant overnight hours. Cloudy conditions off and on with probably some more sun towards the afternoon hours, getting up to about the mid to upper 70s, so a little bit below average. Once again, a few showers, but much less in coverage for most of the area, and I'll show that in a little bit. Overall, the low that's been parked overhead and kind of circulating the moisture around the area will slowly lift to the east and weaken, but it will take probably about another day till we really clear that out. And then downstream, you can see to the west, we got more action starting to develop out to the west and to the north in Canada. That all is going to make its way here, but not really affect us probably as we get towards Wednesday. So it should be a good day Tuesday, and then our shower chances start increasing. Overall, we got a low to the north, a low to the south that actually is going to begin to lift north towards the middle part of the week. It's going to actually sit overhead as we get towards Thursday, Friday, even into next weekend a little bit. That'll provide more opportunity for some showers and thunderstorms and cooler temps. Most of the heat will stay to the south or to the west. So overall, we won't see any of the 90-degree days or likely till through the weekend, but we will see some showers and thunderstorms, although it won't be a complete washout with any of this activity right now as would be expected. For the next 7 days, we still got some drought issues going on. Some areas have picked up decent amount of rainfall, others still need it. This is what we're looking at through the next 7 days, maybe a quarter to a half. A lot of this is still what we're seeing today and tomorrow. Then more of this to the south of La Crosse is what we'll probably pick up with that next rain chances coming midweek. So overall, maybe another quarter to a half inch. If we get any of the heavier thunderstorms, you can get pick up of 1 inch or 2 inches, but overall not too bad. We have the first wave that will drop off this evening. We'll have generally cloudy skies once we get past 10 p.m. Most of the action will be done with, and then as you go into tomorrow morning, cloudy start to your Monday morning, probably in the low to upper 60s. And then in the afternoon, a little bit more sun, but with that sun and the heating, we get a few more showers pop up. But like I said, very widely scattered. Most of the day will be dry. Breezy northwest winds, you'll definitely feel that out. That'll keep, once again, the temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Clearing skies tomorrow night. That should set up a little bit cooler night as you go towards Tuesday morning. We'll be probably in the upper 50s. And then sun Tuesday looks actually very nice. The one thing we got to keep in mind of, we still got smoke up there, and I think we're going to see more of it come down because of the wind flow turning to the north. So something we might have to keep an eye at. You might see more hazy conditions come about as we go through Monday and Tuesday. The cloud cover will help limit that, but I still think we will see some because the fires are still going on in Canada. So something we've kind of been battling all the time. But for the next 8-day forecast, you can see we're looking at the showers and thunderstorm chance coming back in. Oops, that just skipped ahead for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, we got the 10-day forecast. You kind of saw that briefly, 8-day forecast. So we're looking at just showers and thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. But overall, like I said, no 90s.
Some much needed rain, right?
Much needed rain. We still could use probably more, but everyone did get something. But most got something at least.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Greg. Well, after the break, Kate will have a breakdown, a big day of baseball. The Twins and the Brewers both going for series wins. See if they got the job done. Kate has the highlights after the break.
The Board Store, the best products, best prices, and best people for all home improvements. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate.
If you're stuck between choosing to spend on a vacation or finally updating your kitchen, with Mad City Kitchens, you can do both. Our cabinet refacing services give your kitchen a brand new look in as little as 2 days, with beautiful finishes, including white satin, oak gray, and summer flame. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. But time's running out, to call during big deal days. Save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior and military discounts. Last chance to call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. And the first 50 homeowners who call and purchase a cabinet refacing project will receive a vacation voucher for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call 715-257-6651. That's 715-257-6651.
Meet a doctor who connects all the dots. Oftentimes, people with low back pain, knee pain, or hip pain don't even recognize that it's actually coming from their feet. Their feet? For real? Absolutely, 100%. It can have a domino effect because their foot and their ankle aren't supported properly. Their whole body is out of whack. Getting back into whack? Good Feet arch supports could help. Keeping your body in good alignment, that can go a long way. Come in for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Get our best savings of the season during Home Furniture's Inflation Buster sale. We're slashing prices store-wide. Right now, get up to 15% off sale prices on a huge selection of sofas, dining, bedroom, patio, and more. This Drew bedroom suite is just $6.99. Plus, get free shipping on purchases of $4.99 or more. Our best savings of the season with up to 15% off sale prices. Hurry in. Deals this good won't last long. The Inflation Buster sale, only at Home Furniture, ends Wednesday.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
It's a quiet time in the sports world. Now, we do have a couple of local games going on right now, and I'll have highlights of those later tonight. But for now, we'll go to the MLB. The Brewers road trip had a bit of a rough patch in yesterday's loss to the Guardians, but with the Reds' winning streak coming to an end, the Brewers entered today still a game and a half back, and had a chance to win their series in Cleveland. Corbin Burnes on the mound with a fresh haircut, but makes a little bit of a mistake here. Leaves one over the plate for Josh Naylor, and he's going to take Burnes deep. A solo shot gives the Guardians the lead, but the Brewers would answer. Christian Yelich continues his hot month of June. He finds the gap in left center field. Joey Wiemer, he's going to score from first. This one is all even at 1. Very next batter, it's Owen Miller, and he gets a good chunk of this one. Sends it to deep right. That goes off the wall. Yelich will come in to score as Milwaukee takes the lead. Now 4-3 in the 6th, and Burnes is going to give up the lead. A bloop single into left field, and this game is all tied up. We're going to extra innings. In the 10th, it's Miller again, crushes this one to deep left field and hits off the wall again. Joey Wiemer rounds third. He's going to come in to score. The Brewers take the lead as they would close this one out and get the win 5-4. That's a series win, and Milwaukee is now 30-4 when they score 5 or more runs. All right, the Twins going for win number 40 on the year and a series win against the Tigers. Scoreless in the 3rd, but Donovan Solano is going to put a change to that. He hits one high and deep to left. That clears the fence for a 2-run shot. Minnesota leads 2-0. The Tigers would actually tie this one up, and then with a man on second, Kerry Carpenter lines one to right. Zach McKinstry will score, and just like that, Detroit takes the lead. Twins not out of it yet. 2 men on for Willie Castro. He grounds one to third, but the throw goes wide. Royce Lewis will come in to score. We're all tied up. This one's also going to extra innings. First batter in the 10th, and Royce Lewis gets one past the glove of the third baseman. Correa rounds third. He's looking to score. The throw home is in time, but the catcher can't field it cleanly. Minnesota takes the lead, and they would add on a few more as they would go on to win 6-3 in extra innings, a much-needed win, and they're now at 40 wins on the year. Last night, the Loggers and the Border Cats were battling Mother Nature in the rain, but after a 2-hour delay, the Border Cats would get the win. No delay today as the two teams are already underway down at Copeland Park. Currently, the Border Cats are leading 1-0. I'll have full highlights of this one later tonight. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Create the ultimate backyard getaway with 11% off everything at Menards. We have the best selection of decking, blocks, grills, and outdoor furniture to transform your yard from ordinary to extraordinary. Head to the garden center and check out all the plants and soils you need to keep your garden growing strong. Add a finishing touch to your patio with this Link Fire Pit. It's $249.99 after 11% off. Save big money on your next project. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Now, get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Arby's crispy classic chicken sandwich. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Are you feeling confused or overwhelmed by all your Medicare choices? You're not alone.
These guys are phenomenal, not just from the original sign-up and registration, but service every year and holding my hand from some difficult decisions. I've had great medical service.
At Strive Medicare, we're here making Medicare simple for our Cooley region neighbors. We're located in the Social Security building in beautiful downtown La Crosse. So stop in today and get your free copy of my book, Making Medicare Simple.
All right, we still got more showers and thunderstorms out there, but as the daytime heating's gone, we'll start losing that overnight. So expect more of the dry conditions going overnight, 63 degrees with that west wind. At 15 to 20, that will be breezy. And then tomorrow, definitely going to notice the breeze out of the northwest, but the rain chance will be pretty light tomorrow, but only getting up into the mid-70s. So definitely feel chilly with the northwest wind, but no 90s. I like that.
I'll take it.
I love it.
Feels
I'm
good.
kind of excited for the rain. I love rain, though.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I just don't want the 90s.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, well, thank you so much for watching News 8. We hope you'll join us again tonight at 10.